everyone to the final session of Qliq University for the 2019 season. As always, we are so happy to have you here. Just a little bit of housekeeping to start us off. I will be muting the line so that we don't get any kind of interference. And today's session, we're going to go ahead and kick off a really interesting topic. We're going to be talking about QliqSOFT's strategic vision for 2020. And to do so, we're actually going to be interviewing the CEO and founder, Krishna Kurapati. He's joining us today to talk about what's on the horizon for QliqSOFT, whether that's chatbots and secure AI for healthcare engagement, or some of our other coming soon features like roles and visit path. So we're really excited to have him here today. In preparation for this, I had a long conversation with Krishna about the strategic vision in general and just, really where we see things going. And you can see on your screen here a summary of that conversation. It's all about serving in 2020, whether it is serving our customers better or serving our communities. So we're really, really excited to share that vision with you today and to introduce Krishna to you. So thank you, Krishna, for taking the time to speak with us today. I'm just going to start by turning the floor over to you and allowing you to introduce yourself, if you don't mind.
Thank you so much, Jolene. I'm really glad I'm here today to talk about 2020 vision of QliqSOFT and what it means to our customers and partners who has been stuck around for us a long time. And I'm really excited to share that vision, and which has been in the works for almost 2 years, and then the time couldn't be better with 2020 coming next couple of weeks. And as you said, my name is Krishna Kurapati. I'm the founder and CEO of QliqSOFT. So if you want to blame anybody, you can blame me for that. And as always, we're family first at QliqSOFT. So I'm a husband and a father of 2 kids, amazing kids who are in college now. And I devote a lot of my time to understand our customer problems and also take care of my kids' needs at the same time. And I have a a long history of entrepreneurship, technology, founding companies. I've done several startups in the past, and some of them are successful, which paved the path for me to start QliqSOFT and the funding for it. The main goal when I started with QliqSOFT is to really help clinicians with care collaboration, which is one of the main causes of sentinel events in healthcare and hospitals. So that led me on this journey, and my background as a technologist, and also, to some extent, I do coding. So to understand under the cover, how to build systems and build products to help our customers. So I think it's, for 2020, it's been a lot of progress that we have made with our existing customers, and also want to announce what in the horizon.
All right, thank you so much, Krishna. So let's just jump right into it and take a look at the first and maybe the biggest thing about what's new at QliqSOFT in 2020, and that is our chatbot technology. And just to give everybody kind of a high level understanding of what chatbots are, they are a way to instantly engage your patients, your staff, whoever your audience is, via our AI-driven, HIPAA-compliant platform. So, Krishna, just in a summary, how would you say, or why would you say, we decided to go down the path of chatbots at QliqSOFT?
That's a really good question. I think it was a 3-year journey for us. We've been working with our customers on patient engagement, and we did several pilots. Some of them were successful, some of them were not so. There are many hurdles on patient engagement. It's a hard nut to crack. Part of the reason is, like the adoption, as you guys know, with the patient portals and other email and other technologies for engaging the patients, even the phone calls, they don't work. And then we enter into the world of texting. So as you all know, I mean, everybody uses texting. There's a billions of messages sent every day, even hours. And everything starts with texting. So if you want to communicate with someone or you want to call someone, you first send a message called, hey, can I text you or can I call you? Or let's get on to a video call. So the starting point for many conversations or many other kind of conversations or engagement is all driven by text. Um, and you all know that texting is interactive but not intrusive. So you could use the texting as a tool to do many things. And we at QliqSOFT we strongly believe in, it's in our DNA, that texting is the new user experience or user interface for any engagement. So, but what kind of texting can we apply? I mean, today, if you look at the clinicians, they're all, very busy, and then the patients want to have instant answers, and they don't want to download an app. So to address all these concerns that clinicians have, and also address the concerns that patients have, we embarked on a journey of chatbots. The reason it can automate some of the tasks of asking questions or engaging as a kind of a door opener or a greetings and collecting initial data. And then it can lead to a more deeper conversation with a clinician and a patient one-on-one. So, and the technology is also AI behind the chatbots are capable of addressing or behaving like a human to navigate the conversation to the point where the meaningful conversation or the person needs to be on the call or on a chat with a patient when it is right time, it can be transferred to that clinician. So we believe that chatbot is the way to go in 2020 and beyond for real patient engagement. And there are many applications that we see and our customers are interested in exploring. And we built a platform so that it can be used as like a playground. So customers can use this as a tool to experiment, learn, and adapt and improve, and eventually achieve that hard problem that is patient engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. So we see on the screen here just a couple of examples of chatbots that we've developed, whether it's our Cabbage post recovery, bot that's aimed at reducing readmissions, or our ER concierge bot. There are obviously a lot of different use cases, but I think most people are more familiar with the chatbots at their bank or maybe their cable company. So what would you say is the difference between that type of chatbot interaction and a healthcare chatbot?
Yeah, so I think most of the chatbots today are deployed for either sales or support, primarily sales. So they just want you to click a couple of buttons to talk to a salesperson. Uh, Whereas healthcare chatbots, depending on the use case, it could be a schedule reminder or appointment reminders or pre-op, post-op, discharge. There is more context around patient. So you don't want to start a patient with what's your pain when you discharge somebody. So you got to have a context where the context come from an EMR, electronic medical record, or something like that, and helps the conversation to go farther and helps the patient instead of frustrating the patient. That's number one. So the integrations to the EMR or technologies like that. And then second one is it has to be HIPAA compliant and it has to be secure. So the data that is being exchanged is private and PHI protected. So it should be authenticated to some extent. And also it should be have all the bells and whistles of HIPAA compliance to make sure that it doesn't get into the hands of the non-intended person. That's second one. The third one is it has to have the flexibility of back and forth between a clinician and automation. So, at some point you want to send a chatbot to a patient, and then you want to follow up with the patient. And when you want to follow up with the patient, then you're going to hand off to chatbot and back to the person, clinician, back and forth. So you want to have that context, kind of follow the patient, follow the clinician. And so there's a lot more complexity to really deploy a chatbot in a healthcare settings. And we're just uncovering the, the nitty-gritty details. And part of this, what we came to this part of this journey, or what do you call the aha moment, is when we started working with the patients of, different kinds of patients. We see that it has to be more customizable, easy to play with, easy to adapt to the real needs of a clinician. For example, if you want to make a clinician to use a chatbot, then it should mirror, or it should personify that clinician rather than some robotic conversation. So how do you make that happen? So that's the challenge, and we want to tackle, and we are in the center of it.
Yeah. So you mentioned robotic conversations. So certainly during our R&D process, we identified that there are a couple of small players in this space, although they aren't necessarily focused strictly on healthcare. What is it about the chatbot technology that QliqSOFT has developed that really makes this application for chatbots stand out? What's different at Qliq?
Yeah, I mean, our DNA is always to make tools available that are uh, modular and then kind of plug and play, and complexity where is needed. So when you look at our tool set that we have provided, you can think of it like an operating system or a platform where it offers a whole bunch of tools for you and mix and match, particularly geared towards healthcare. And you can dial up, or dial in in a different ways. And for example, our FAQ technology, our forms technology, our dialogue flow technology, all those technologies will be available to you, and you can build those on your own or through our customer experts, solution experts who help you to do that. And once you do that, you can really see the engagement and then fine tune them in an agile model, rather than build once and see whether it's successful or not. You're not embarking on an 18-month project. You're more going for 3 months, going to a pilot and see the success and go to the production and keep improving it on. So we believe in adaptability, and the tools and the technology that we built under the cover are supporting that mission.
Yeah, absolutely. I think some of the most interesting use cases that we got to hear with some of our early adopters were things like augmenting their medication adherence programs, or just targeting readmission reductions, accounts receivable, 24-hour nurse hotlines, improving their HCAP survey scores. Any number of things just kept surfacing, and I was really impressed at how the platform as it's constructed can mold to really any use case. So I always appreciated that during that process. And I had the pleasure of working very closely on the development of this product. I think my favorite aspect of it is the care campaigns and how you can target the population and reach them directly where they are, without them, like you mentioned earlier, having to download something or sign up for something, so that you can really just reach them immediately right where they are. What would you consider your favorite element of Quincy? And since we've given it a name now, can you kind of explain that and what your favorite part of Quincy is?
Yeah, the favorite part of Quincy, apart from the tool set, is the level of uh, options for reaching to the patient. So, for example, as you said, care campaigns, you could send an SMS, and then you could also use our technology called breakpoints. So you send a message to a patient, and then 7 days later you want to follow up with the patient, and you don't want to start all over the conversation. So we thought through how a care campaign should work in a chatbot or a conversational interface. So and particularly in a healthcare setting where you're following up in like periodically, and how that conversation should be laid out in a manner that helps the clinician to visualize what goes on and when, and also helps the patient not to repeat the same thing again and again. That's one of the big problem. If you've seen the cable companies and other things, you just go back to the back to the main line and then go through again and then go again and again and again, and people get frustrated because I just gave that information, why is asking again? So you don't want to create that kind of a looping situation. So care campaigns with the breakpoints, and then another thing which could be really valuable, particularly in certain applications, each of these chatbot could be a QR code, and a patient can reach on a piece of paper this chatbot, interact with it. So there is a number of ways you can, once you build the chatbot, you can reach the patient with it. That's the exciting. So the last mile of reaching the patient, that's where we are constantly focusing on. We explore anything with you guys, and if you want to partner with us, see how to make this available to your patients at any point of care.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as we're talking about these AI-driven healthcare chatbots, we want to personify technology. You alluded to that earlier. Really give it a personality, make it something that people can connect with, not just a robot that's doing behind-the-scenes work. So, our chatbot technology, we're calling it Quincy, and we're launching that soon. So, really soon. So our attendees today are obviously getting a sneak peek right now. But when will Quincy be officially announced?
As soon as you come out of New Year. So, once we'll be celebrating with the launch of Quincy, our Vision 2020, 2020 Vision, what do you call? And that would lay the foundation for our, serving you and all our customers with the new technology and new use cases. And we also, in addition to just launching the product, we are ramping up our resources, people, the customer solution experts who can come work side by side to really help you to succeed in your projects. So we believe that the partnership and the white glove service that we can offer to you guys for your success is critical in this early stage of applying chatbots for patient engagement. So I think technology and people and the partnerships would make a huge difference in kind of moving this the hard problem, which is patient engagement.
Yeah, to your point, they're not just purchasing an off-the-shelf canned scripted bot. Our customers are working directly with conversational AI experts, clinicians, people that have a background in the industry that know those pain points and can help them develop the program to run exactly as they want it to. And to your point, we're announcing officially in January, but we're also going to be celebrating this launch at HIMSS in March. So why should people make it a point to come and see us at HIMSS? Obviously, we're going to be at booth 421, but what exciting things can they kind of anticipate seeing or doing at that booth?
Yes. So I think the big part of the HIMSS or plan of HIMSS is, we're not making it a sales call. We want to educate you guys. We want to show you what's possible. I mean, it's a leap that you can easily take. We're going to show you a large set of use cases with our customers who have tried it, using it, so you can learn from how they're using it. Also, you can also build a bot yourself, and you can get to see in action. You get your hands dirty building one and taking with you and showing it to your colleagues and your people in how easy it is to build something like that in our platform. And maybe that kind of churns the wheels and make it, you think that it's not as complex as you think, and maybe you could engage on a project on your own, that kind of your hard problems that you may have that are easy problems, whatever that you problems you have, that the chatbots can help you with. So I think
Yeah,
that's a
I
big, yeah, that's a big thing. That's so making it more educational for you to learn about chatbots. I know healthcare chatbots are there in other spaces, but how do it that translates into healthcare and how you can use it in a different ways. So it'll be fun and exciting and educational.
Yeah, I agree. I think people will really get a lot of information out of the kind of TED Talk style presentations we have planned. Some really educational, some more lighthearted, like the five worst chatbots that ever existed, things like that. But certainly that ability to just build a bot right there on the fly at the booth, certainly very exciting. So a lot more to come from us on chatbots. Obviously, they're going to be playing a big role at Qliq for 2020. So that certainly leads to the question that some people might be wondering, is secure texting going to take a back seat? Is it going away? What's happening with that?
In fact, we are doubling our effort on secure messaging. We believe secure messaging is, we see our customers use day in, day out. They use thousands and thousands of messages a day, and they love it. They use it in clinical workflows. And we are, in fact, adding more resources and R&D into improving secure messaging and adding additional use cases related to secure messaging. So, for example, we recognize that some roles are a big ask from our customers, and we are coming out with roles which allows you to, create these specific roles which you can have more people behind it and scheduled, escalated, so you can have so that the person who's trying to reach for example, a cardiologist doesn't have to know who is behind cardiologist. So you can send a message to cardiologist, and whoever is on the schedule for that time, they can respond. And if nobody responds, it can escalate to someone else. So we're building that technology. I'm very excited about roles and the value that it offers to our customers. We do that, and then the other stuff we are working on is uh, on-call schedule automatic call routing. So which is basically, it allows you to, as a clinicians, you can give a phone number to somebody to call, and then you can rest assured that based on the smart scheduling or location, you can route to that particular physician or a nurse who is on call. So you don't have to guesswork or print or fax anything anymore. So the automatic call routing helps the organizations to not worry about who is going to get called. So it gets called whoever needs to be get called. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then the most important thing for our post-acute, maybe it's also hospital organizations could leverage this too, visit path. So we recognize the value of on-call scheduling, secure messaging, the communication, but also organization needs some way to track the location of the staff, and also provide them security, safety tools. So we have built in VisitPath a safety tool called SOS, so you can raise an alarm and discreetly, and you can get help in situations where in a hostile condition, or you're stuck in a traffic, or in a side of a road. So uh, secure messaging, we want to use the tool as a platform and add the visit path on top of it to use it to give the location of the person whereabout, and help the organization to smart schedule a nurse to a patient after hours or during schedule time, and also help the optimization of optimization of routes and things like that.
Yeah, and speaking of visit path, I think one of the things that is most interesting to me when we were first really developing the technology and partnering with some early adopters, we had not originally built in that distress signal function, and then they had an incident where they realized that would be really useful to have a way for that clinician to just signal that they need a little assistance, or maybe they're in a distressing situation. And because of the agile process that we have at QliqSOFT, we were able to rapidly develop that and deploy it into the product, and they began testing it, loved the feature, and it really became one of the most important features of VisitPath. So I'd love to share that because it's a great example of how, it's one of those you spoke, we listened type of situations, and it really emphasizes that our customers are the ones that are helping us build this suite of technology solutions, because it's to serve them. So
Exactly.
I love pointing that out about VisitPath for sure.
Exactly. I think we take the same attitude and approach towards everything, anything we do. We are listening to our customers, and I mean, there's a cliche in the industry, but if you see talk to our customers or talk to other peers in your group who have worked with us as a partnership, I mean, you can get some feedback from them and how we work. And our goal, as Jolene was saying, is to help you to do better and give you tools that help you to do better patient care. And that's what we are here. And that's one of the reason, we did not take any private equity or venture money that will kind of stranglehold us from really addressing your needs uh, where the financial is more important than addressing the needs of our customers. So if you think you have a need for certain feature or product uh, related to what we're doing in our focus area, and adding a feature to here and there, we are all actively listening all the time. So please consider that. We are here to solve problems, and I'm a technologist, so I always love solving problems and build products that can help people. So I think that's part of our QliqSOFT DNA to do that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I think that's built into our culture here at QliqSOFT, something we definitely feel and experience every day interacting with our customers. And then, we have a weekly meeting that involves every layer of our company, and in that meeting we actively address, what are our customers saying, what are they saying they need, what are they thinking about next year, how are regulations changing for them, how is reimbursement changing for them, how can we get ahead of that. And I think if we didn't have that mentality, we would not be able to serve them the way that we do. So I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate your transparency on the fact that we aren't, funded by venture capitalists and people that would put, the financial success over the success of our customers. So certainly that's something we feel, and we hope our customers, who we consider our partners, feel that every day as well. And Krishna, I appreciate your time today. We do keep these to about 30 minutes, so I will go ahead and start to wrap this up now, but thank you so much. Do you have any closing thoughts for our customers leading into 2020?
Yeah, Jolene, thank you so much for giving this opportunity to speak to our customers, and I love to do this all the time. And if you guys need any help, I'm always available. You can reach me. And 2020, please stay tuned for the announcements and the product releases that you would love. And if you would look forward to your feedback, and come and visit us at HIMSS 2020.
Absolutely. Thank you, Krishna. And so with that, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and close and say thank you to everyone for being a part of Qliq University class of 2019. This was our first year to do something like this, to host these monthly webinars where we provided feedback and learning on things like broadcast best practices and AI technology and how to do a needs assessment in your organization, and develop use cases where Qliq can come in and assist you, and you can really get an ROI on your investment in secure communication. And now sharing our strategic vision for 2020 with you. So if you weren't here, if you weren't attending and showing up, there would be no point in us doing this, but you did time and time again, and you've followed up, and you've emailed me, and you've encouraged us along the way to keep sharing this type of information with you. So I greatly appreciate that. We look forward to 2020, not only these amazing product releases, but also the opportunity to continue with something like Qliq University and sharing this learning and sharing these resources with you on a routine and frequent basis. So to kind of close our year out, I encourage anyone with any questions, whether it's you want to hear more about something that we showed you today, or you want to suggest some topics for next year, or maybe you're just like, where do I get the recording of that one session I really enjoyed? Please email me. It is success@QliqSOFT.com. We made it as simple as possible. So do reach out and stay tuned, because you'll be getting more information from me in the coming weeks about what we're going to be doing with Qliq University in 2020. So again, I really appreciate everyone's attendance today, and we look forward to continuing to serve you in 2020. Happy New Year, everyone.